Hey guys, we have,
This is Ivan Mendoza. I'm from the Beta Tau chapter of La Unidad Latina, Lambda Upsilon Lambda Fraternity Incorporated.
and I'm Marcus with Gamma Beta, owner of, MGU, founder. And yeah, we're here to talk about.
La Edición de Libertad, an LUL based initiative focused on reading and literature.
Okay, awesome. So, can you tell us a little bit more of like what all this is?
Well, La Edición de Libertad, it's a LUL based initiative founded on three goals. One, increasing the amount of book donations for nonprofit organizations and local schools.
I love it.
Two, encouraging students to engage with reading, literacy, and education.
I love
And
it.
when we say students, we're not only talking about like high school students, but we're also talking about college students, because there is widely known there is a literacy rate that is dropping drastically.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
scary,
on
especially with that COVID year. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And so through Letters on Libertad, we also have an LUL book club where anyone is, invited to attend. And our third goal with Letters on Libertad is providing access to school supplies and resources in Latin American countries. The
And
reason
just a
that this
question,
is,
sorry about that. Before you
oh,
go
yeah,
any
yeah.
further, what about
Mhm.
middle schools and elementary? Just wondering.
Middle schools, we've been able to donate to middle schools and elementaries. When I was able to set up the book drive for Kennesaw State University,
Hmm.
they didn't really have any other connections to like a high school at the time, but we were able to connect with an elementary school not too far from where I am currently, and we
Okay,
were able
that's
to
good.
donate like books that cater towards that audience.
Yeah, I was just curious, but continue.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the reason that's a LUL based initiative is because LUL's national philanthropy is providing access to higher education. And when people think about like education, people think about like the typical things like school, attending school, having resources like that. But another way that you can receive education is through literacy. Another way
Hmm.
that you can receive education is through like having access to SAT, ACT prep books.
Hmm.
And sometimes people don't have immediate access to that. And so with La Edición Libertad and with setting up these book drives at, my school, University of Georgia, or at different schools around Georgia and even in North Carolina, we're looking for people to donate books that they're no longer using because there's a lot of people that I know that they have SAT books and ACT books that they just want to get rid of.
Hmm.
But instead of getting rid of them, they can be able to donate it to the next person who needs it.
Exactly. Recycle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And also, do you want to just plug yourself in right quick, like, your ad socials or, connections for this?
Well, I mean, our main Instagram is Led Es una Libertad, and then obviously follow our Beta Tau chapter page, LUL underscore UGA. These are two different things. This is my chapter, and then this is like my personal initiative. And
Hmm.
then my main Instagram handle is Ivans.interludes because I listen to a lot of music.
Love it, love it. But like, let's continue with the topic. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see. When I think about La Edison Libertad, I mean, it's a very personal initiative for me as well because the main reason that I want to do an initiative like this is because without reading, I would have never gone to the University of Georgia. Reading played a very integral role in my life. There was moments in middle school that I was questioning whether or not I wanted to go to college. I didn't really see the purpose of it. I
Hmm.
have a lot of family members that they follow the route of not going to pursue higher education, but right after they graduate high school, they continue to work. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's different ways to receive education, but I didn't know my personal journey. I didn't know my personal path. And I came across this one book written by a senorita of SLU. It's called The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is my favorite book of all time.
Hmm.
It's told in just 100% poetry. It's all poems and it's written by a senorita of the sorority. But I read this book in seventh grade. And when I read the book in seventh grade, I don't relate to the story of Xiomara Baptista at all. We have completely different lives. We live in completely different cities. But what stood out to me from this book was her motivation that she got through writing and the motivation that she got through education. When she was writing poems and when she was, you know, living her own life, her own independent life, she became herself. She became
Hmm.
more confident in what she wanted to do. And she got a lot of confidence through her writing and she got a lot of confidence through her pursuit in education.
Hmm.
And so when I read this perspective in seventh grade, it completely changed my life. And so like I remember reading like so many other books too because I never read any like other books with Latino based characters until I read Esperanza Rising, until I read The Poedex, The Undocumented Americans, and all these books made me realize two things: one, that there's an importance in education, and two, there's an importance in stories with people that look like me.
Love it, love it.
Mhm.
Love your motivation too. And also, just a question: where do you want to take this, or do you have plans for that yet? Because I really like
Um,
what you're doing right now.
Yeah. So with Leer de San Libertad, obviously, the LUO book club is attached with it, and we meet every single month, read a new book that's either based on a Latino story or written by a Latino author. Right now, we're reading "In the Time of the Butterflies" by Julia Alvarez. This play takes place in the Dominican Republic. It's based on a true story, but it has fictional elements to it, and I'm really excited for it because there's a bunch of like people from LTA pulling up. I even checked like the reservation form yesterday. There's a person who's from a university in Peru pulling up to the meeting. So I'm very, very excited
Must mean
to
some. Dang. Oh, I like that.
I'm very excited to see how that plays out. And I mean, I started the LEO book club like earlier last year, like September of last year.
Yeah, I saw when
And
you were
then
blowing up. I was like, oh, whoa, okay,
yeah, and then
respect.
I started Letters on Libertad like this year in January. And I'm trying to like set up with a lot of different chapters in LUL, like book drives, dedicated to donating 50% of their books to nonprofit organizations that collect books,
Mm,
and then the other 50% goes to a local school and that really needs it.
mm,
And I purposely try to look at any Greek organizations that this chapter might be close to, and I tell them, okay, collab with this Greek organization, build a stronger connection between the both of y'all
mm,
through this book drive. Or if there's like another organization on their campus, for example, for UNCC, for the Beta Phi chapter, they have this incredible organization called Lace. And Lace does a wait, let me make sure that's the actual name. Yeah, it's Lace. Lace is a very incredible
wait, how do you spell
organization.
that? Like,
It's LACE, like the Instagram handle
okay,
is
yeah, because like
CLE.
like LASIK is spelled like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I just
It's
had to make
the
sure.
full name of Lace is Latins for Action, Change, and Empowerment at UNC Charlotte.
Wait,
And
give me a
so
second. Let me see like how we're doing on time. We are at 8 minutes. Okay, yeah, we'll give it like 3 more minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
continue.
When I found out about this organization at UNCC, I told my hermanos, "Yo, connect with this organization, do something, work with them, and make this book drive happen." And I guess like my intention with Ledes Una Libertad is to continue that book drive initiative. So far, I'm working with George Mason University and Chapman University, which is all
Mm,
the way. Chapman is all the way in California. George Mason is in Virginia, and I'm trying to work with them to host book drives over there in their states, as well as I'm working with other NALFO organizations right now to see if I could be able to implement this book drive, even if they don't have LUL at their university.
exactly. That's beautiful. Going beyond the letters.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there okay? What else do I want to ask? What could we do to help you, especially like if we're from a different state, like let's say we're because you're in like East Coast. What if we're like in California and we want to support, like show support or like help you out, help this initiative out? What can we do to help you?
I mean, well, a follow would be greatly appreciated.
Of
Um,
course.
a follow would be greatly appreciated. I'm currently in the process of trying to turn LED into a nonprofit organization, so I could be able to do more things,
Mm,
especially with that third goal that I have of like providing resources to other Latin American countries.
mm,
Right now, it's just focusing on connecting with other universities throughout the nation,
mm,
um, to set up book drives at their campus and
mm,
just get book donations to increase in those regions. And then later on, I guess in the future, probably like 2027, 2028, I'm going to be looking for more monetary donations, and looking for more fundraising opportunities to reach that third goal of providing not just books to Latin American countries, but like actual educational resources that countries like Costa Rica and Mexico might need.
I love it. I love it. Crap. I have one more question, and we're doing really good on time. Ah, dang. So, oh yeah, that's the one question. Okay, so like, do you like lock in like near the end of like, a semester when people are like graduating? Like, have you thought about like locking in and being like, hey, yo, guys, right before you graduate, like donate your books to me? Because like I know some people have some like spare testing materials or books. You know what I'm saying? You like, put it
Um,
out there to like, remember to like,
That's okay. I do have a funny story about that because when I first did the book drive at UGA, there was this one girl that really helped me out. Her name's Annette, and she was the president of Gracias, which we also did the book drive with. She was a fourth year when she did the book drive with me,
a
and
forfeiter.
fourth year.
Explain to the audience what that
Oh,
means.
she was no, she was a fourth year, like at UGA, like she was a senior.
Oh, okay. My
Yeah.
bad. You said fourth year. My bad. In here.
Yeah,
Continue.
yeah, she was a senior and she helped me out immensely with that. And then there was this one girl, Liana, she donated like I think 70 books and she was also a fourth year too. And so there was like a lot of seniors during this book drive where I would reach out to them like, "Yo, do you have any books that you want to donate or any books that you want to get rid of?" And then they would come in the next day into our Greek club office and start donating books. And they would start donating books and donating books. And as like a Latino-based organization on campus, when you do like donation drives, you don't really expect too much of an outcome.
Mm.
You don't expect too much turnout because at UGA, Latinos are only 6% of the population of the this predominantly white institution. And after everything was said and done, after the advertising, after the consistent word of mouth that we were inputting for this book drive at UGA, we were able to collect nearly 500 books for local schools and nonprofit organizations for UGA.
Mm.
And it's also a very similar number for the other universities that I've been able to work with for this book drive, such as Georgia Tech, Georgia State University, Kennesaw State University, and also UNC Charlotte.
Got it. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. But yeah, I honestly see you doing big things with this, and
Mhm.
or being an origin story for like down the road. And I'm really proud of you and really love what you're doing, man.
Yeah, yeah, appreciate
Um,
that. Appreciate that.
yeah, we actually did pretty well on time. Did you have any more questions, you or anything you want to say to the audience?
Um, well, it depends on when this video comes out, but I mean, we have our next book club meeting, July 26th. It's going to be 7:13 p.m. Eastern time. And I mean, with every single book club too, that's the entire point of La Edición de Libertad and the LUO book club. You don't even have to read the book to attend the meeting. Um, you can just come in, talk about what you know about. If you know anything about the Dominican Republic, if you know anything about this specific story, you can just hop in, uh, chime in, whatever, and you can even just like if you have nothing to say, you could just listen to our conversation because I think community and conversation go hand in hand, and I think community and conversation can bring forth a lot of unity towards
That
people.
is true. That
And
is true.
that is the, I mean, that's really the entire point of LUO Book Club. That's the entire point with La Edición de Libertad and making sure that my chapters collaborate with other organizations for these book drives and reach out to other organizations to donate to them and reach out to local schools in their area to donate to them. Because I'm with this initiative, I'm trying to promote unity, I'm trying to promote community service and uplifting our communities when we need it the most.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we're good on time. Thank you again, Yvonne, for your time here, and have a great day, man.